Okay, the plan is simple. Okay, this is kind of where I want to go. So the big bumps are on the outside, the little ones are on the inside. Here's my little pieces. I've already mounted them in pitch. I'm going to start out with the big one using the Neshemkin RB2 perler. And since I'm on the back side, I'm going to go around the outside of each one of these and do the big ones. And then I'm going to use the RB1 to fill in on the inside. Now it looks like the very center is kind of like a flower shape, and so I'll start out with that before, and there's a tiny one in the very middle of those. They're almost like a flower piece. Okay, I see. And then I may have some other small things, but okay, so I started out with a Potter silhouette die. This was one from a box that was done in April, and it was not this past year. It was several years ago it came out. So I don't know that it's available, but people are welcome to beg. I pressed the metal using hydraulic press. I put the metal down. I put the foam down, and then I put metal, and then I put the silhouette die on top. I found this to be a really good way to do these because the foam never pushes the metal so far that it breaks. I've had trouble with using urethane. I've had trouble using cardboard, but this foam works the best. Okay, so I'm going to start working. I don't know how to hold this and work at the same time, so I'll get back to you. Okay, I got the outside done. Now I need to do the inside. So the inside bumps are a little bit smaller than the outside bumps, and they go up to form kind of like a flower. So I need two more sizes here, and I have one tiny one here. So I think what I'm going to have to do, and this is, oops, this isn't the right one. That's an SP4, which is not a perler, but the small one, nope, that's not it either. Where did I do it? There it is. Okay, so this is the RB Neshemkin RB1, and it's not necessarily as small as I want, so I just won't hit it very hard. And I'm going to come up here, but I think I'll start in the center and I'll do that little flower, and then I'll come up to join it and see where I end up, because it looks like there's some interesting stuff going on there. So there's a center ridge, and then the outside has got some little tiny bumps on it. So we'll see what happens here. Time to evaluate what's going on here. Okay, so I finished up cleaning these up. Next thing I'm going to do is have to cut them out. But now on the back side, I had all of that nice texture, which looks really cool, right? And on the front side, the texture's not showing up kind of the way I wanted it to. Which means maybe I suppose I could go back and put this in the pitch again this way out and do the same texturing on the outside as I did on the inside. Though that means that it would be indented instead of pushed out. Okay, so next time I make these, I think I'll try that. I'm not going to do anything with them right now. They're actually kind of cool when you kind of look at them. Okay, so the tools I used was the RB1 and RB2 from Nishinkin. I used her green pitch in a big pitch bowl, which I think is the larger one because, quite frankly, the neat thing about this is that it will go totally sideways so that I could get into the little indentations and hold these almost like this to punch it in. So there it is, kind of sideways. I also used her hammer. I love her hammer. It's expensive, but it is it's sweet. I just love the way it feels and the shape. Now there's a science behind why the neck is so thin. I have a feeling it has to do with bounce, but I'm not the expert. So with that said, there it is. There they are. There's the tools. And I'll be back to show you what they look like when they're totally finished.